Now what? Go to the roof? You dick. Door didn't open. Alright. I guess we got more puzzles to do. Or wait, is there... I think maybe on that other area there might be a switch now? Or maybe that's... Oh, it's the door! Right, the door is timed. I just remembered about the timed door. Are you telling me the reality of the situation is that I've got to do a shitload more puzzles to be able to get to that bridge in time? I feel like that might be what you're telling me. Dude, there's so many. I think there's no way to run fast enough to get that in time. Even if I knew where the hell I'm going, which I don't right now. Dude, that is a long track. Trek. Trek. Is there a faster way somewhere else? Probably just the path I've got to make. I am indeed playing with the controller so I can sit back in my chair. I also thought it would be better to watch because it's not so jerky. Yeah, I think there's like a whole lot more puzzles before I can keep going. Oh good, we're gonna add Tetris blocks now to our little sugar gems. So now we want to group together a set of 3, which I guess we're going to learn how these all work. I guess that doesn't work like that. What if I just do this? Okay, it does accept it. I guess those don't fill up any space. Do we really have to add Tetris to this? Do we really have to add Tetris to this? You sent me to the brink. For what? Is it possible there's like a much faster way to go? I'm a little late. You're making me want to just find a way to get through this door again. With your sassy little control panel there. You know I will. You I care about your rules? The only rules I follow? O'Doyle rules. Well, I got moderately closer that time, I guess. I was within striking distance, almost. Man, how is it this complicated? I should try once with mouse and keyboard. Is shift run on this? That feels runish. I don't think I'm going to be much faster, honestly. Ah! Maybe I can break it somehow. Ah, I got stuck in the corner. Those bad kitties. There's nothing happening there. What's going on off there in this area over here? Is that... Oh, that's the top of the castle. Yeah, that's where 2 players would help. I could see that. And that's the way out. Which is looking more appealing by the moment here before we get involved with more Tetris blocks. But I think that's where we're at now. It's a special time in our lives where we get to observe these stupid things again. I think I'm supposed to be good at those now. But the reality is that I'm not, and I also hate them. So that's probably bad for business. This is really going to be the first one, and I can't even see the first one. Yeah, I remember they stack on top of each other, but how do I make them stack on top of each other when they're that far away, and I also have to get this in the group too? Like, I could do this if I wanted to, but it doesn't make it this side be over on the left. Yeah, I think the Shrek Swamp actually irreparably broke my brain. I think I'll never be the same person again after that night. I was just slightly shy of going into a coma. It was the worst. So what we're trying to do here is get both of these pink stars to be on the same side of the line, so they're grouped together, aka like this. You can see they don't flash. And we're also trying to make a 3-block and a 2-block, which are bordered by either my line or the wall. They can't be rotated because they're not at an angle, and they can be combined, but not intersected. So, for example, if I was to do this, that would be a valid option, except for the fact that the 3 on the side is an open hole, and also there's an extra block. I was mostly just showing you the 2, apparently. Is that it? Only now I've got to get the other block in, the other star in? Well, that actually did satisfy the blocks condition. How the hell would I get the stars now? I mean, that doesn't work. That satisfies the stars, but not the blocks. He's already done the Tetris area. It's not an answer. It's just confirming what he's already done. What? Since they're both on far corners, I can't really combine them in any useful way that I can see. If I do any of that shit, then the 2 stars get separated. Sounds like everybody's getting it now. I would think this would be an easy one since it's the first in this set. The blocks do also form automatic walls for the other blocks, so like, this is actually valid for everything but the star. It is, in fact, an easy one, assuming you understand how Tetris pieces work. I think the thing is that I just can't conceptualize them, even if I can understand the actual process of what they do. It's just like a blind spot in my brain. Why not work backwards? Because I don't actually understand why that ever helps. People say that a lot, but, like, I can't draw a line from backwards, so, like, it would just be tracing it with my mind, and... Unless you just mean the entire process backward. But I'm trying to do that now and failing. If you could get a superpower, which would it be and why? The ability to solve Tetris block puzzles so I can be an upstanding member of the United States. It would just be a pleasure for me. I just want that to be the solution, but it's not because it's damn stars. That's not good enough either. Honest question, are people actually coming in so frequently that the questions in chat are being asked constantly because people keep needing them asked? Or are people just not noticing when they're answered a second ago? I honestly don't mean that as like, you dick, why didn't you hear us? It just seems the amount of times the same questions have been asked just seems incredible sometimes. I should go back to Tetris area to study up. I do not ever want to go back there again. Yeah, I wish there was a rules shortcut, but the thing is, there's so many rules, I don't know how you would keep posting them in chat. It would have to be a website that's got them all listed out. He had a rules command? Wow. I do have something to draw on, but I'm drawing on the screen right now. I don't think it would be faster for me to have my pen and pad for this. On the ones where I had to memorize a bunch of stuff, yeah, sure, and I used it for that. But I don't think here, though. Great streaming content, I know. Me staring at a screen thinking. I'd rather look at this tree. It's very vibrant. What is our goal here anyway? I'm trying to get across this. And then what? Oh, you know what? This is a dead end anyway. You know what's over there? One of those damn single-use puzzles. So maybe this means I don't actually have to do this one right now. Unless that is the way that I get to some other thing. Which it might be. Yeah, this one doesn't have anything, but there's nothing on the other side either. Alright, here's the challenge. Can I find another path? Doesn't go anywhere. Fuck you. How did that even do that? I still think I fundamentally don't understand the layout of this. there's a puzzle over there. Does this timer do something else? None of those are there. Well, that's very interesting. I must not be able to see then, because it looked really like there was nothing on the other side of that than just a green puzzle. Or, one of those single-use ones. One of those. Yeah, it seems like you definitely got to go a long way to get back around. There's no real shortcut. And there's no other path over here. Nope. Yeah, so I guess I just don't understand what that puzzle does on the other end. Maybe it goes somewhere else? Oh, yeah, it must go around the back. Well, no, I can't really see anything. No, it really looks like that's the end there. But yet all those other paths just have nothing in them. Like that. Could they be world puzzles? I'm thoroughly confused by all this. I wonder if I can solve any boat puzzles from here. Just click like a madman. No, it's probably the moss on the boat or something. Or it could just be the orange again. Seen orange before. I mean as a signifier of something. I wonder, could there be something on the ground floor level, like around this area maybe, that I can activate that will then change something up here? It feels so self-contained, though. I just really don't want to do more Tetris puzzles, I think is really what this comes down to. But it's not like I'm going to get out of it. This is the life that I've chosen for myself. You thought I was done last night? No, there's still 2 or 3 other areas than this. Yeah, Tetris is death. Oy. I'm gonna go have a drink of something and take a break for a few minutes and stand up. So if you guys want to hang out, you're welcome to. I'm gonna go back to this in a few minutes. I think it's time for like a Red Bull. Ugh, I've got a lot of hours ahead of me of witnessing. I need to not be this sleepy already. It's way too early to be sleepy. I got plenty of sleep last night. Alright, so I will be back in 3 minutes. I hope you stick around. Feel free to follow if you haven't already. See you soon. Witness me! Hope you all hung out and had a good time while I was gone. Went and grabbed a new drink. Cleared my throat about 100 times. And now I'm going to draw lines again. You can't stand cream soda. What's wrong with cream soda? Cream soda's awesome. Well, I'm a fan of it anyway. Oh, you left it in your brother's fridge. What a drag. Why can't it just be that? Damn it. Well, I guess I should probably talk through it as I try to usually. So I can grab the 2 block, which means I can now move it somewhere else. But the problem with moving it somewhere else is I still have to get the 3 block to get to the 2 block at the same time. So I could make sets of shapes that are made up of the 3 and the 2 block. That would look like this. Right? I need to do that. They have to stay horizontal. I can't lay them end to end because there's not enough room there, obviously. So it's either that or you do, you know, the other way around. Now, I've been doing it across the divide, which seems reasonable enough. But it doesn't seem to get it where it needs to be. Wow, that's a strong opinion, Blue Shirt. What did Dr. Pepper ever do to you to want to get your brown hole sucked by it? You're silly. You're just typing in all caps for me not to read it. That doesn't make it not a spoiler. I've seen so many different approaches. You guys are very innovative sometimes when it comes to that. You just really, really want to get those out. That's fair. I understand you're enthusiastic. I appreciate that, in fact. And not exactly that I appreciate that, but I appreciate your enthusiasm that you care enough to be excited about the game. That's cool to me. Don't read this, high neck. Man, I hate these puzzles. Hate 'em, hate 'em, hate 'em. There's no, like, easy way that I can see to make these two line up in a way that helps. If I could flip them, we could talk about business, but, like, they've got to be like that and like that. I can slide them around, but only just a little bit because there's not too far that I could take them and still have it work. And the crystals count as, or the crystals is what I'm calling them now, the stars count as not even being there, it seems. Well, I'll go over the rules again for anybody that just got here. We need to make with one line that can't double back over itself. We need to go through to the end, and we need to create this shape, which is 3 Tetris block side horizontal. Can't be rotated, it's got to be there, and it's got to include that block inside of the enclosed space. The wall counts as a wall that will enclose something, so that is actually valid right there. We've also got to make this 2 block here, and no, I can't make that shape because it's not, I can't go to the end like that. And we've got to include both of these pink crystals, or stars, whatever you want to call them, in the shape on the same side. And then go to the goal. So that's the 3 requirements on this one. And this is a less complicated one than some have been. So if I were to do something like that, it would not work for many reasons. They're not complete shapes. The pink stars don't stay on the same side. Yeah, it's just not valid. I can do that. That seals that one off. I can do that. That seals that one off. But I can't go backward. Now, if you group them both into the same shape, for example, like this, you can now place those blocks wherever you like, theoretically. So I could just decide that that 3 block is now on the bottom left, and the 2 block is above it, as long as they're both within the enclosed space. And maybe there's something to that idea. The trick is just being able to see the shape in your mind before you actually go at it. And I think that's actually what I needed to do. So in me making an example, I actually told you the answer without having implemented it. So that's pretty cool. And well, it is actually pretty cool. Alright, so now we've got a T block and a 3 block and the same setup. Can't go through this passage here. That's funny, all I had to do is reverse the 2, huh? Yeah, I can show the solution. Yeah, first we did Tetris Hell Underground, now we're doing Tetris Hell in the Cell up in the sky. Okay, so brainstorm time. T-blocks. The thing about T-blocks is they can be any orientation, or any that's not the right word at all. Any segment in the T-block can include the actual T-block itself. Of course, you have to actually create it, but I could decide to move it up or down as I see fit. And in this case, it's somewhat limited because, well, you know, that can be the top, and it's still a valid shape. Or we could go there, and that's also valid. We could also move it into the, well, in theory, we could move it into the tip of the T, except we can't because there's the, this thing blocking the passage there. But if not for that block, we could have done that. So, the tricky thing about this that I'm noticing is actually, well, maybe less tricky. It's actually giving you a hint in a way. Because of this star in the corner, that's got to also be in the same side as this. Same side of the shape. It means we can't block it in. So, one of the options was to do one of these, right? Now that's on the outside of that shape, which means that it's not possible. So what this is telling us is we've got to use the T block as the top, which is going to allow us a way out. Now, obviously, I need to do it in a more intelligent manner than that, because that's not actually a solution, but that could be right there. So now if I can just group these two together and not cut this off, which is going to be the hardest part. Solutions. Look at this, we get some beautiful shadows coming from the sky above. See you later, blue shirt. Yeah, I think talking it out can help. I don't think it always does, but it can. Alright, so now we've got a 45-degree angle L block. Or, well, we're calling it 45. It's not entirely, but who cares? This means that it can be rotated in any direction that is valid of that shape, aka it can sit like this, if we so choose, because the bottom is our bottom line. We don't need to make that line, it's implied. We can also choose to do it like this, or, well, any combination. You get the idea. You can't really do that because it encompasses the other block, and the blocks can't intersect. They can sit next to each other if you make a block large enough for them to sit with each other, but yeah, that's all you can really do with that. So we've got to keep, and this is another hint here, this pink star can't be in this shape, because obviously it's going to be enclosed. So that's not the solution. This is not the solution, because that encloses the 4 straight block. The straight block, by the way, can't rotate, only the L block can, so this has to sit like this. But we can sit these two next to each other in an interesting way. Let's see. Other option is, and this is probably what it actually is, something... Oh, wait a minute. How do we do this? So we've got a situation where this block needs to exist like this, yes? But it's exactly in the way of the 2 stars that need to be in the same area. So if I were to use this, it would satisfy the conditions of the block, aka it doesn't blink here. But this star and this star are not sitting together, and we didn't even attempt to draw the L block at all. So we've got to come up with a way to fit these 2 blocks together and have them all work in harmony. How would we do that? Well, okay, so the one lesson we know here, and I think this is expanding on this first lesson, is... oh wait, it didn't actually show it. I just happened on it by accident. These stars don't, I think, take up a block. I think they're just empty as far as mass goes. They're just a condition you have to meet. But I still have to figure out a way to move it around. Close. Close. So my idea here is we've stacked the 2 so they sit up against each other quite nicely. If we could have just gotten the L block to also encompass this one tile here, which that's not a valid solution, unfortunately. But if we had, that would have been a great answer. So that takes care of that immediately. And it does have to stay in the same rotation orientation. Nick said, okay something, and my phone recognized my saying, okay Google, and turned on. Okay Google. Beep. Everybody's phone just went nuts. Enjoy. I want to believe. Well, okay. No, it has to sit there. There's no other room for any other blocks to go anywhere else. If it's going to sit somewhere, it's going to sit there. But how do we adjust this? Well, okay, here's another option. If we draw our way in... No, that's not going to work. Just so I can visualize it for a second. If we draw that way, that will allow us to move the straight block anywhere along that grid. Although it still can't intersect. I can control your phone with the stream? That's awesome. I will always use the power for evil, no worries. Oh, that's the wrong shape anyway. Yeah, it doesn't leave any way to get back out, obviously. Do I still noodle on the guitar and bass? Not very often, but yeah. Yay, I understand what's going on finally. Good. It's very complicated, but I'm glad that I was able to explain something. Where and how would I want to move the straight block if I was to at all? Because the L shape can't... Like, I could do this, but that doesn't help at all. Well, actually, it wouldn't be that anyway. It would be... It would be that. But that's now going to take up the whole thing. And it has to be there. Or the other option is I could draw it facing right. And that doesn't help either. I could put it upside down, which I think we've already tried. And that wouldn't help. I'm just moving it around for S's and G's. Well, it's got to actually grab this shape in it, or it's not going to count anyway. Oh, wow, that scared me a lot. That's okay, though. Thank you very much. Absolutely not that Jemmy guy for the $10 tip. Says, okay, Poodle, okay, Strudel, okay, Kugel, okay, Moodle, can't think of any more water money. Thanks, man. I'm good on the water money, but I appreciate it either way. Is this one of those bee puzzles? Oh, yeah, I should play you a movie soon. I've got that still queued up. How would I get that freaking other gem up there? Is this... What game was that I'm thinking of? Is it the one on the Wii, Elebits, where you, like, pick up and shake all that shit, and then, like, little sugar crystals fall out of everything? Or am I thinking of another game? Oh, no, it's the Star Bits from Mario Galaxy that these remind me of. I'm seeing them in 3 dimensions, even though they're flat shapes. And Elebits, I think just, like, little aliens fall out. OK Moodle worked that time, but not OK Google. Excuse me. Little animal things, yeah. It's been a lot of years since I played Elebits, actually. It was one of my first Wii games, oddly enough. I think I was one of the only people that bought that Well, and maybe a couple of you in chat. Okay, Moodle. What about... Yeah, that doesn't really help at all. And then the only other options we start getting into are arranging strange shapes in new patterns and new ways. Well, okay, it's still got to get that, though. So how the hell do I keep that one side open? Keep that one side open. Gripping your pillow tight. Go... Yeah, there's really not a way to put it up at the top that makes a lot of sense. Or if there is, I don't know how to arrange it yet. Do 2 there. Well, how am I going to close it? I'm not going to close it. That doesn't make any damn sense. Alright, so that's that shape. It does work, but I need to figure out a way to draw it. And also there's an extra block at the beginning that doesn't need to be there. How do I draw that? If I end it on the other side, it's just going to come down the other end. Well, I guess I could leave the top all open, but... It nearly works, though. So the problem here is that I can't use the wall to define the shape, right? So how do I get that line? I can do that. Is there a way? No, every other way doesn't include the 2 crystals together. There go the roo-roo-roos again. Chat, answer this yes or no. Is this the correct orientation for the blocks? Well, okay, that's really only one question because I'm talking about the L block. The straight block has no other orientation. It's just up or down. Alright, well that should make it really easy then, because there's really only a handful of options. So it's an L shape facing up. And that doesn't capture it though. can move it. I can move it left to right. That wouldn't put it in the right spot either, though. It also has to be pretty much there. Or otherwise it's not going to catch the straight block, and then I can't move it anyway. Oh, wait, I think I see it now. Wait, no, that doesn't really work either. I thought I just needed to move this back one, but now everything's outside. Like, that's the shape, and that catches them both, but nothing's inside of it. So those shapes aren't actually valid, obviously. Wait, maybe there's a way that that actually does work? I don't know. No, I mean, not that that works, because I know that doesn't, but maybe there's a way I can modify it from this idea. Well, the only other options, though, are... that. Wait, why am I allowed to make two of those now? I'm not allowed to do that. I'm creating shapes that aren't part of this whole shape economy. I mean, that one's got it all, man. That one's, it's right on. But the problem is, I don't get how I make that shape. And still leave. Oh, did you misunderstand my one question that I asked of you guys? I said, is the orientation of that L block correct? Meaning that it's sitting with the L part at the bottom of the screen. Not where it's sitting on the screen, but that it is facing, pointing up. So if you gave me incorrect information based on what you thought the question was, then I might be at this for a lot longer. You did understand. Okay. Thank you very much, Coaxial, for the host. For viewers. I wonder how that happened. There's some little weird scripting error. Wish that was the answer. I can't believe how many people in chat have already played so much of this game. I've put in like what I thought to be a pretty incredible amount of hours in it. It seems like everybody that comes in here is like, oh, I remember this. Like it was an old memory, barely still in your head. And this is what I do for a living. Play video games. I'm just surprised is all. Man, I want to run wild and free again through the plains of the beautiful undergrowth. Yeah, what's up with that, B-Rex? I noticed that too. People just immediately close the stream as soon as they think that things are stopping. Even if you're still saying stuff. Can't just be that. Oh, now I'm rotating the damn thing in the wrong direction. Oh, what is this shape? That's a unique one. I haven't seen that around yet. You want me to make that, huh? It's like metal fingers or something? Two. Alright. Let's figure this out. This shouldn't be that hard. Well, it's rotatable, so I guess it could be a little hard, but it shouldn't be that bad. Tuck Tetris. I want a t-shirt that says that. Tuck Tetris. No one will know what the hell that means. So it's 2 and 2. There's the 2 and there's the 2. Well, it's gotta be... It feels like this would be symmetrical, whatever the answer is. The goal is we need to get that set of 2, that set of 2, and then this set of 2 all separate as sets, and also create this shape. We have 3 exits, which should be very accommodating, and we can rotate this shape any way we like. And we can also move it around as long as it's within that shape that we're drawing. So I could do that if I want, and that would be a valid version of that shape. And let's take a moment to critique why that would or would not work. So the shape is valid, yes, that's good, that's fine. It's also got 2 pink stars in it, which is fine. Those are valid. The problem, and the reason that this is a failure for a shape, is that unfortunately we've got to separate all 4 sets of 2. And in this case, 2 of them are still in the same shape, or outer shape, so you'll see 4 of them blink. So again, just to critique what happens, because this might be useful info. Same exact situation, actually, just moved over. I don't know, I feel like maybe this is supposed to just be upside down or something. Hey, thank you very much, Austin. Austin hosted me for some viewers. I don't know why I find that kind of hilarious. Just the, not him hosting me, obviously, the fact that it says viewers. How do I draw this upside down? Not that I can't conceive of the shape, it's that it's an odd thing to make a path of, is what I'm trying to say. So that keeps 2 of those together. Oh, goodness. Thank you for the host. Who views the viewers? I guess they want me to move it down or something. Well, that grabs 3, so that can't be it, obviously. What if I move it so part of it... I can't, like, imagine this in my mind for some reason. Oh, I've got to use one of the sides, otherwise I don't know how I'd draw it. So it does kind of limit your options a little bit, too. It's 3, so it's like that. So that's... It sets the 2 aside, and then there's 2 sets of 2 inside. You could move it up to the wall. Just to visualize that again puts us in a position where most of them would still be internal. You've got to use the fact that there's that gap in the center somehow up against one of the walls. It's 3 across, starts here. And then how does that split the other group though? Did I get the answer and gave up? I don't think so. I'm photoshopping out the stars, easy to solve. Yeah, man, if I had Photoshop access, I could solve all of these, no problem. I'm actually pretty good with that. It seems like the only way to do this would be to put the 2 in the center, in the very center, but that seems like the most obvious way to do it entirely, wouldn't it? No, that doesn't work anyway. Okay, wait. They've got to be... Oh, no. If the bottom stays open... So what am I drawing this out of the negative space, I guess? Can I do that? That's tricky. Alright, I'm kind of interested in that one worked. That's pretty cool. Can I solve this from here? No. I think it's the Red Bull kicking in. I'm starting to be able to think again. Sorry, my throat is still never going to be cleared, though, apparently. Oh, fuck, what is this now? There's a pink block here? What the hell does that count as? Pink block counts as a suitor for the gem? Yeah, I guess it does. Alright, so that is what that means. So, like, that... Oh, right. Those are all stationary blocks. So you gotta start putting together options here. This looks like it's gonna be a pain in the ass again. One of these is gonna be separate. I think we're gonna... No, we can't isolate it. Not unless we include the other one. Which tells me it can't be in that corner, actually. I thought it was gonna be in that corner. It can't be in that corner. So it can go there. It can go there. Wait, it can't go there because how do I get out? Well, I could draw it the other way, I guess. So I could go there. Now, that does set us up nicely for the middle. But I still have to make a wall for it. Okay, so combine all of those things together into one shape. I guess we're not isolating them all. Since we've got 3 pink stars, it means that one of these odd men out has to pair up with this Tetris block for it to create harmony. Otherwise, one of them is going to break. The orange ones are self-sufficient. They don't need to be concerned with anything other than that they need to form their own shapes appropriately. So we need one of those. And we need the L block together. So if I were to just do that, what would I do now? Let's just move it all to the bottom. What would I do? I would put... none of those really fit together very well, to be honest. They can't rotate, really, so... it'd be a really strange arrangement of those blocks all sitting on top of each other. I guess it would be the L block at the very bottom, which would leave a weird opening, then the 3 block on top of that, and then the 3 on top of that. It's the vertical one last. So it would look like... that would be 3 up, then 3 on top of that, and then 3 and 3 and down. Yeah, that fits them all. Well, oh, except, yeah, more like that. Okay. I feel like that's actually maybe an option. Now the only problem left is we've got to grab... I'm going to change the order around a little bit. Maybe we'll move the... we'll move out the horizontal 3 block. And we'll just use the vertical, so it'll be... oh, no, we're not stacking that tall. We're going like that, leaving that one... oh, no, then there's no way for me to grab at the end. Okay. Do we put the 3 block under it? Because that would allow me to get 1 tile shorter. So it would be 2 around like that. Right? So those are together. Then we group... wait, no, I've got to get the street block together with that block, with this here. But without it being just like this, I'm not going to get the height. How much longer is this bridge? Looks like we've got another 2 puzzles after this to reach the end. And then another puzzle which looks like an easy one, and I'm hoping activates some mechanism that allows me to go another way. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell we're doing over here. Pretty sure it will. What's this? It's like a rug or something? Oh, it's a... looks like a bit of steel grating that you would use like to cover an elevator or something. I mean, that's not at all right, but it would be great if it was, right? It does satisfy the 3 block at the top, which feels consistent with the prior bit of education they gave me on the last one, that things can be a little twisty and still work. There's only so many ways that I can set up this single block here. So you think that would be quite telling of where we're going to end up with this? I can move it all the way to the wall, but that doesn't help. I can put it underneath. It doesn't help. I think it kind of blocks it in more, doesn't it? Or maybe that's what we want? So I put it, so that's the 3 blocks, then we go 2 higher. Yeah, that just blocks it in a way that is not desirable. I can't tell if this is even harder or if I'm just doing the same shit I did on every other one and just not seeing the solution for a while. You know, I'm pretty proud of myself that I got through all of these so far. Especially when I'm so shit at Tetris blocks. They just will not relent on them either. Just the one consistent theme throughout this game is just fucking suck it with the Tetris blocks. I hope you're ready, because we got Tetris blocks. You're gonna suck. It's gotta go that way. I can't rotate it. All I can do is move that 3 different positions. It can sit there. Oh. It can sit there. Well, you get the idea. Or it can sit there. To be fair, these are pretty damn hard. Hope so. Otherwise, I'd just be very frustrated and think I'm extremely stupid. I don't think I'm entirely a stupid person. I think I have moments of being real stupid, but I think generally, if I really have to, if I really sit down and analyze something, I can usually take it apart fairly well. So I think what happens, I get flustered or my mind starts malfunctioning. I'm not seeing the options anymore. I get kind of blind to something. Or if I have a bias that says I think something works this way and then it doesn't work that way, sometimes I don't pick up on that I have a bias until it's too late. You like Braid more than this? I'm definitely the other way around, but I respect your opinion for sure. I think Braid is just okay. I think this is closer to being something like a masterpiece. Although obviously I still have a few qualms with this as well, which we'll talk about whenever we do our next roundtable. Should be soon enough. It's like exactly the type of game that I love. It's a first-person, beautiful, exploration-style platformer. Platformer? Where did that come from? Exploration-style. just walk around game. I'm just so used to saying platformer, I just start saying it without even thinking why I'm saying it. That's pretty silly. What am I trying to do here, guys? Why don't you let yourself just be wherever you are? Why don't you let yourself just be yourself wherever you are? Actually, why didn't the pink block... Oh, did I go one too shy? One too short of that? Yeah, that's why. That's why I could make the room up there. That's not the shape. I know. It's fine. Yeah, I saw they blinked and I was like, what did I do? I just wasn't even counting the numbers for the tiles anymore. The green bridge took you 4 hours? Damn. I feel like I'm doing okay then, based on that information, considering I've already done all these. But it seems like there's a lot more still in front of me than... despite how many puzzles I've freaking solved in this area already. Just really looking forward to that laser, but I will persevere. I will persevere. It's just too bad I couldn't have figured out a way to cheese it through that wall. I see that that's going to connect. There's going to be a bridge ultimately there. You're not getting the full picture? Well, we'll walk around a little bit. If you can bear with me a little longer here. I'm really hoping I can solve this green bridge in not 100 more hours. Because I'm pretty sure whatever's here is simple. But I don't know what it's going to trigger. What could this freaking be? The first move has to be to draw that, right? The only other option is if you start pulling the other shapes down. And in order to do that, you've got to get into a whole different mindset about it. Alright, I could put that up on a stick. What's that going to do? Not much. What if I put... No, there's no way to do that. I was going to try putting the 3 block at the end of it. Like, basically draw that in essence, but there's no way for me to get that shape out of the sky and down to the ground without putting the shape underneath that block, I guess. Are you going to play any of XCOM 2 when it comes out? If they give me a code for it, probably I'll play a little bit, yeah. I don't know if I'll go out of my way to buy it, though. Yuff. Yes, I've done Red Tree Temple. I really like that one, except for the final puzzle, which I felt like a total idiot when I realized what the solution was and didn't get it for like an hour. The only ones that I haven't done yet are... Well, I haven't finished this one, obviously. The quarry I haven't started at all. Which is... Isn't that viewable from here somewhere? Maybe it's not, actually. Maybe it's some other direction. Well, there's a white rock quarry type looking thing. I haven't stepped a single foot into there yet. And I haven't finished the town. I've only done a couple of puzzles in there. Well, I've done one string of them. And obviously I haven't done a lot of the secret puzzles because I only just started realizing where they were yesterday, and, well, now that I know what I'm looking for, I guess I can probably grab a few. I also haven't done the mountain, but that's also a thing. You don't like the final tree temple puzzle? They actually kind of telegraph it based on puzzle number 2 in that sequence, but I didn't pick up on that. That's what was going on. I was making it way overly complicated. I was looking at the 2 different tree branches and trying to cross-reference the 2 of them to see if they built a path between the 2, sort of like what happened with the light and shadow puzzles. So I was looking for, like, okay, the branch follows the path here, so we follow it here, and then the branch organically looks like it's grabbing around these lines, so I'm going to go through the space that it leaves between those. And in the end, I just made myself very frustrated when I realized it was neither of those things, really. I think this puzzle is one of the worst in the trees, really? Oh. Well, I guess I'll be very excited if I get it done then. I think what's bugging me a little bit is it seems like there's not that many starting moves, so it should be easier even than it is coming across. How do I get that shape over there? All I can do is build it on top. And what does that really give me in the end? I've got to get it in with one of those. And the furthest back I can put it is there. That doesn't make it. What if I grab all 3 together? Oh, this might make sense. We go back to trying to grab all of them, right? So we'll start with the flat block at the bottom. It's a 3. So that'll be inbuilt into it, right? And then we'll do one of those. Oh no, it's going to have to be over one, so it's going to be like this. And then we're going to build on top. Okay, so just to give you a structure so far, we've got the flat bit that I haven't grabbed it yet. Oh, this could be, actually, this could be it. Flat block, gun block, and then the straight block on top of that is going to grab the other 2. If I can do that all in one line and then come up around the side, maybe we're cooking with oil here. Except I've covered it, so screw that, I guess. Also, I haven't grabbed the gun block in the actual shape, so that's also not right. But I might be onto something with this theory. We're doing a lot of weird stacking, but it could work. What's next? How about... What's my overall impression of this game? I think it's amazing. I love it. You couldn't ask for a more interesting, just beautiful experience. It's just, sometimes the puzzles get to be a little bit more than you're meaning to bargain for at that very moment. Doesn't mean I don't like it. Just means sometimes I get a little frustrated, but work through it, overcome and all that. Alright, so that shape does at least make sense, but it's not what we want. We could try all the way... Wait, it's going to have to use that wall. Okay, so that's the 3 block from the top. And then we'll grab... Does it matter what order they go in? Yeah, it probably does, because we're going to block ourselves off to the wall. No. No, that's not going to work, because I'm going to have no way back down. So I'm just going to have it be all open. How can I close that? Alright, so 3 block at the bottom. Then straight block. Does that still even reach the right height? I think so. If only. Just needed a way to close it up. I can't have both. Is it a habit at this point to stream for so long all the time? How do you prep yourself? It hasn't been a habit, really, no. I just really like this game. I usually stream for about 3 hours at a time, sometimes up to 5, but this game I've just been taking a more casual, laid-back approach to the stream. I'm usually really on top of chat more than this, and in this one I'm just kind of taking a lot of time thinking and just seeing how it goes. But as far as preparing myself, I just make sure I've eaten first and get most of my other work done before I go on live, and I don't have to feel like I have to get off for anything in case I need to go work on YouTube stuff or post something, look at something. It's all sorted for now. Excuse me. I mean, I've got to be onto something with the stacking element. It's just how long and how high do we stack is the question. I don't think there's anything to that, unfortunately, but I wish there were. Just to recap, for the rules of this puzzle again, we've got 2 orange Tetris blocks and a pink Tetris block. These need to have their shapes created with their shape within them. They cannot be rotated. They can, however, be conjoined, not intersected. We also need to match these 2 pink crystals, or stars, whatever you want to call them, in the same section together. It may not have a third, it may not be a single. You'll notice there is a single. This must be matched with this pink block. This pink block still must be 3 tall, and included inside of this 3 tall block must be that shape. That logo, that icon, whatever you want to call it. What I may do is grab all the shapes at the same time and stack them up in ways that are not necessarily conventional, as long as they all fit together. And what I'm having trouble doing is seeing a way to do all that at the same time. I got close, I thought, with something like this. Thank you very much, Hi-Ho Hot Dog, for the $5 tip. Says, here, have a riddle. There are 30 cows and 28 chickens. How many didn't? 30 cows and 28 chickens. How many didn't? I think you're going to melt my brain, because I feel like I actually might have an answer for that, and I'm not sure I have a good reason of why. Thank you very much for the tip, by the way. Oh fuck, is this the same ass bridge? It's a different one. Are there other sound puzzles aside from the jungle or bamboo area? I don't think so, not that I've seen yet. Anyway, I was explaining the rules again. So you'll see all 3 of the shapes there are represented. At the very bottom is the very topmost shape, the 3 horizontal blocks laid next to each other, which grab the pink crystal or star on top of the 3 horizontal blocks is the L block, and on top of that is the vertical pink block. All of them have been rearranged, but they're all enclosed within that shape. This satisfies every condition of the puzzle except for leaving. Since I can't double back on myself, I need to create that shape and also be able to leave. The exit is at the top. The screen looks almost the same as it did last time. Yeah, it looks very similar a lot of the time. These screens are all very similar. And I'm in the same area. I think the order of the shapes doesn't matter at all, except for the fact that the only one that'll grab that star... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's actually the bit I needed. Alright, let me think about this. If I change the order so it's basically a big reversed letter C, would that allow me to somehow draw my way out of this? I don't think so, but you never know. Yeah, no matter what I do, it's going to close over the goal there, so it's not a thing. I wanted to believe, though. So now what we'd have is straight block, horizontal 3 block, straight block, and then L block in that order from bottom to top. Now, if I could only do that reversed, we'd be able to use the flat wall, so I'd have another surface. I don't have another surface here, though. And again, this satisfies every condition except for leaving. Do you mind I link a YouTube video for people to listen to? Yeah, no, please, go right ahead. You don't have to ask permission. I feel like I kind of almost want to ask for a hint, but I'm not quite there still. I can't really think of too many other ways that this could work. Well, okay, I could do a weird shape where I put the vertical block at the end of the... Would that work, though? Well, better try it, I guess. So we're gonna go here. Wait, I want it to land like that. Yeah, I wouldn't have the height, though. I think the only way that this all works is if it's all together. It's the one other way I could make... Is there even... I don't think there even is a way to make that so the bottom of the L is down in the bottom piece of the L. Well, I was already kind of doing that before by using the straight block underneath it to make that shape. Now there's no way to loop it back around. If only the start was one offset, or the exit rather was one offset, I'd be able to just go around the whole outside of the screen. I feel like it's no coincidence, though, that the 3 shapes all line up vertically like that. And the fact that all 3 of those shapes happen to be exactly tall enough to reach all 3 of those shapes The only major problem is the freaking exit is blocked every time. There's no getting around that, I don't think, either. So the L block can't grab the star. I need the star to be inside. The straight block vertically can't obviously grab the star. And only the horizontal block can grab the star. Beyond that, I don't think it matters which orientation you put the L block in the vertical block. Okay, what if I go at this from a totally different approach? Same idea, but different target, I guess. We can do... Oh wait, that actually really wouldn't help. I was going to move it back some, and then... Yeah, even at the furthest it will reach, it's not going to be able to reach the one in the corner there. So I'd be able to do that. Right, and then come back down, and... Which puts them together, but it doesn't let me exit, nor does it get me the other gem. Is there any way that I can move one way or the other? Not really. I can teeter a little left and a little right. Neither of those things get me into the exit, though. I think the only way that I get into the exit is if the final move is... how would I even do it? I'd need to come from the ceiling or something, right? The final move is like, oh, what if I have to build it from the ceiling and come down? No. That's the closest I've gotten, though. Let's think about this for a moment, then. So the only problem here is I don't have the gem on the bottom left in with the pink block. Every other thing about it, though, actually works. With the stream quality, I can't either. There's something bad about my stream quality? I stream at the maximum bitrate that's allowed by Twitch. Perhaps it's just a limitation of 720p being downscaled from 1080p. Alright, good. Glad it's good. Oh, wait a minute. Am I super close to the end? No, I still can't grab that. What can I do about this? Put the... Okay, wait, let's redraw this so it's straight down. I feel like I might be almost to the answer now. Redraw this so it's straight down, then we take... Butts. Still not right. That doesn't even work anyway. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with that. I can do that. Doesn't change anything. can put the horizontal block here. Right, so that's, now we've got that stacked on top. And then I can put the vertical block there. Except, yeah, I don't have a vertical block to grab those anymore, so that's not right. It has to be that to be valid. How the hell do I get the corners? Problem is extremely demanding to stream at 1080p, and not only do you have to focus on what your bitrate is to the stream, you also have to keep in mind others' bitrates they can view. Yeah, so the end result of me weighing the pros and cons of different codecs and frame rates and resolutions and bitrates and things was that I came out to the conclusion that it's the best right now to stick to 720p 60 FPS because it's the smoothest for the most people. And granted, I do have quality options that I'm being that I'm a partnered channel, but you have to consider that some people's internet is not amazing, and streaming at 1080p, even with quality options, it doesn't necessarily dither it enough to, or compress it enough for everybody to be able to do it reliably. The only downside is not every game looks as good in 720p. Some look totally fine. This is one of the games that I would say probably doesn't look as well in that resolution. We're still, unfortunately, a long time away from that being an easy decision to make. It is also very demanding on the computer. I think my computer could probably handle it, but I'd probably rather go down to 30 FPS if I was going to do that. I think being smooth is almost more important, though, than it being super crisp. But yeah, stream quality, I tried to make it as high as possible without it being ridiculous. And it just being like a silly thing to brag about. I just want it to work properly and look good for as many people as possible. Yeah, I'm glad you feel that way, Caspian. I think I feel the same, actually. Oh, I want to ask for a hint. I want to do it. I feel like I've given this one its time. And I'm not getting anywhere. Yes or no, is this concept that I'm working at, stacking these three objects in this fashion, is this the concept that I'm supposed to go with? No. No, no. Yes. I don't know. Maybe. 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 Kinda. Okay. Thank you. Maybe I need to just rethink the idea around... Oh, wait. I think I see something now. I don't know if this is it yet, but... Oop. That's... Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Maybe this is actually it. Okay. No, no. How do I... No, I need to go that way and still grab the block. I'm confusing myself now. Oh, maybe I have to do it this way. So... Yes!